Welcome to day 27 of How to Automate Your Law Firm in 90 Days. I am Shay Jackson, your AI automation specialist. We are continuing with our client intake automation. In this video, we will create a workflow where we will keep in contact with potential clients that we have put in our review status. Keep in touch. They haven't said no. They haven't said yes. They're kind of in between. So we want to send emails, touch points that they will hopefully become a client. Let's dive in. Let's get started. I am in my client intake form base, and the table I am viewing is by review status. As I mentioned in my intro, we are going to be contacting potential clients that said we can keep in touch. You see, the review status is keep in touch. So, what I'm going to do is I will be using Make to create that automation. The first thing that I will do is I will search for records in Airtable. So, I'm going to click on Airtable and I will search for records. My base is client intake form. And you notice right here, as we mentioned here, this is the base. And then I will be looking at, let me go back to make the table is intake. And the view that I want to see is by review status. The output fields that I want are first name, and I talked about it in either yesterday or the day before video where I'd like to separate the full name, even though, and I'll go back over to Make, we still have the full name. I like separating them just to help have ease of use of automations. And let me go up because as a matter of fact, it looks like I do need to use all clients because when you are sending an email or sending a text, usually you don't have the whole person's name. It'll be hello, Susie, or hello, Jack, not hello, Anthony Fernandez. And so we want to make our automations seem as real as possible. That is why I separated the first name and last name. So let me go back. I want to view all clients. Okay. I have the first name. I need their email address. And all of these fields, these are fields that when I run it, that I'll need that information. But for this email that I'm sending, all I need is their first name so that I can create a placeholder and also their email address so that I will know where to send the email. Okay. And for the formula, and I talked about this yesterday, we are looking for and let me make sure I put the review status is equal to keep in touch. Okay. Review status is equal to keep in touch. And we just want to limit it to one because we are testing. I'm going to save that. And now let's just run it one time just so we can get the values. Okay. You see here my output, it has Emily is the first name. Let's go back and let's see if we have a Emily. Here it is, Emmy Holland, that has keep in touch for her review status. Great. So that means I am able to search and get that specific review status. Now we want to set up our email and we will be using this email account. I am Shay Jackson. You see right now there are no emails in there, but we will be using it as a test. So now what I need to do is I need to go, and I am using Gmail to send that email. Okay. And let me go down. I'm looking for send an email. You see, it says that I don't have is insufficient permissions. I think I do. I was working on it. And one thing that I will say, if you're using a Gmail account as opposed to a Google Workspace account, there's some hoops that you have to jump through in order to use your Gmail account. But I should be good, even though it says I have insufficient permission. If not, I'll start over just to make sure that everything goes well. So for the two, I'm going to add a recipient, and here I am going to grab the email address. Okay. For the subject, I have a little sheet that I created that I will be using. And for my subject, I am going to have their first name and say when you are ready. We're here when you're ready. Okay. And then for my content, let me copy and paste my and you see it says you can use HTML tags. I highly suggest it, just so that it will have the correct sections and breaks that you need. So here I'm using paragraph. I'm using paragraph tags, not tabs, tags. And I'll just read it in just a second. Let me just separate it so we can easily see it. Okay. And I'll say, even though if you just try and put the spaces in this in the Gmail account, it'll still all come as one paragraph. That's why it's saying you can use HTML tags, because you want to make sure that it looks like a regular email. Okay. Dear, and what I'm going to put is the first name. Okay. I hope you're doing well. You are doing well. I want to follow up and check in with you regarding your legal needs. We understand that timing is everything, and we want you to know that our team at ABC Law Firm is here whenever you are ready to move forward. So, again, this email is just checking in with them, letting them know that we're here for any questions you may have, if you need any additional information, or if you would like to schedule a consultation. And also, they can respond back to this email or give us a call to take the next step. Best regards, Leslie Walker, who is ABC Law Firm's legal assistant. Okay. So I'm going to save that. And let me just run it just to make sure I don't have any issues, because I had that permissions, and I just want to make sure we don't have any issues running it. All right. So what I'm going to have to do is I will be right back. There's some credentials that I need to put in to fix the issue. I did fix it before, but I'm not sure why it's not showing right now. So give me just a moment. Okay, I fixed the issue. If you are using a Gmail account and not one for Google Workspace, and you need help with setting up your Gmail in Google in Make, put a comment in below, and I will definitely create a video giving step by step. I think there are some that are already on YouTube, because that's how I figured out how to do it. I believe a little bit, but also make.com gives you step by step. Either way, if you would like for me to create a video, if you're just using a free Gmail account as opposed to Google Workspace to create automations in Make, let me know and I will create a video for you. So you see that I have 2 bubbles. That means it's successful, but I am going to run it again so that we can go to the next step. Okay. I'm going to run once. Okay, no errors. That's awesome. And here you see, here is our email. And remember, we used Emily. Dear Emily, I hope you're doing well, etc., etc. So my email was successful. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I am going to update. I want to go back and let me show you in the review status. What I want to do is update the email follow up section. Let me scroll over. Okay. Where it says email follow up, you see right now it says that the follow up box isn't checked. What I want to do is I want to check this once an email is sent to one of our Keep in Touch clients, that there is a check mark. Now, one of the reasons that I do want to tell you why it shows Emily, and I believe it should show Emily again when we run it, is because when I set up Make, I told it that I only wanted to limit it to 2. Let me scroll down. Only 2 files. I'm sorry, only 1 file, but we'll do 2. Okay. We'll add in Joseph to that as well. And I have used the I am Shay Jackson email for him as well, so that I'll get the email for both. Okay. And again, what we're going to do is I'm going to update the Airtable so that the email follow up will have check marks here, so that anyone who goes in will know that, yes, they have already been contacted. Okay. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to add a module, and I'm going to Airtable, and I am updating a record. Okay, my base is client intake form. My table is intake. And for the record ID, what I need is the ID for right here. And again, you know that you're working on the correct app when it's pulsating. So this is the record ID I need to grab. Okay. And what I'm going to update, and I'm scrolling down, I need to find email follow up. If it'll let me scroll down. Okay, there we go. I may have went too far down. Oh, I did. Oh, there it is right here. Here it is. Email follow up. Oh, no, I don't need to map it. As opposed to it being empty, I'm going to click yes. Okay. And I'm going to save it. So let's run it again. Okay. And you see I have 2 bubbles here, which means 2 records were ran. And right here, 2 records were ran as well. So let's go back to our email. Here you see we have Dear Emily. And we have Joseph. Okay. So for Emily, because we had already created that email, it just updated it into that one. And also here is Dear Joseph. Okay. Now let's go back to our client intake, and you see for Joseph Carr here, email follow up, it's checked. And also for Emily, the email follow up is checked as well. So this automation is great. And what you can do to expound it further is seeing when you would like to schedule another email or another contact, another touch point with the potential client. Definitely don't want to bombard them with emails, but there's a way you can schedule emails so that, like for instance, if this email was sent today, well, maybe a week from now you'll want to send another one, and just distance it out where it doesn't look like you're spamming them. But also, if they change their mind in your email, you can have where they can unsubscribe so that they won't receive any more emails from you. If you have any questions about automations, AI automations, Airtable, Make.com, there will be a link in the description box where you can schedule a 30-minute consultation with me. I am Shay Jackson, your AI automation specialist. Have a great day.